Excuse me.
Good
Sorry.
thing you could edit.
Huh?
I said, good thing you could chop in school.
Yeah, probably so. All right, welcome to Sideline, Episode 5, Season 2. I am your host, Tyree Simon. Usually I have my friend Tawana Vasil here. Unfortunately, she's on vacation. However, I have my special co-host today, Karen Bellamy. Karen, how you doing?
How you doing? How y'all doing? I'm fine. How you doing?
Doing pretty good. Normally we're in a radio station, we're on a mic and stuff like that. Today, we don't have those capabilities, so gotta do what you gotta do, right?
Gotta use what you have.
So, have you been watching the NBA playoffs?
Yeah, I caught a few games. I watched the Nets versus Philly, the first game. Philly, you know, it's like with basketball, you have the teams that you predict, you know, and Philly was the favorable team, right?
Right.
And they just didn't come out on top. But last night's game, they got to redeem themselves, which was pretty good. So now the series is tied 1-1.
You know what's crazy? I feel like all NBA season just wait for this moment to get here, right? Like you just think, okay, give me to the playoffs, because you know what you're gonna get. You're gonna get. I assume that you already think the way I am. The Warriors are gonna go to the championships and possibly win the championships. Now, how they get there and the trouble they're gonna have maybe compromised now, because we'll talk about it a little bit. You know, DeMarcus Cousins being hurt, and then you know how they're gonna rebound from that, but. So far, it's been an interesting playoffs.
I mean, but
I can't complain.
If you don't you kind of jump the gun. Right now, it's 1-1 though. So like, if the Clippers keep playing how they playing and a little bit better, you never know. This might go to 7 games.
Karen, you're not telling me that the Warriors are not going to lose in the first round.
I'm just saying, hey, anything can happen.
Okay, anything can happen.
That'll be the best upset that the NBA has had in a while.
I don't believe you. The Warriors are going to go to the championship. They're going to win again. I think they're going to face, well, I'll actually predictions later on, but I think the Warriors are going to win the championship off the bat. But, I mean, these games are fun. They're nice to enjoy.
Who do you think is coming out the East?
I'll talk about that in a second.
All right.
I want to get you a full prediction on the first round.
All right.
So, what games have you been watching so far?
I also caught the Toronto and Magic. Magic, they really did a great job. Like, who would have thought? Like, after Dwight Howard Dwight Howard left the Magic, like they would be a playoff team. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Not even that. I didn't even see. I had maybe Charlotte. I had maybe the Heat.
Yeah, Kimba was doing his thing.
Maybe the Heat going into the playoffs. Did not have Orlando going to playoffs at all. It's been a great year for them, and a lot of young players on the team.
Yeah.
A lot of players they could build off onto next season. They did a great job. They did a very great job. However, I did not see them beating the Raptors, and they did. They did.
It was more intensity on the Magic side. That's how I feel, because Orlando, they came out and they have a veteran point guard like DJ Augustin.
Yeah.
Which is pretty awesome for him, because he led the team. Mind you, this is their first playoff appearance in a while, so he's went into that leader role.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So he's been a leader, and that's good for them. You know.
And it's crazy. The crazy thing about it is Lowry. You would think we always. I don't know if you see it this way, but in the playoffs, he always seems like he doesn't show up in the playoffs, and especially in the first game, he was not there at all. And the Magic, they pulled an upset that I didn't see coming at all. Especially with the Raptors. I have the Raptors, going farther in the playoffs, but game 1, Magic.
Yeah. The Raptors need to get it together. Lowry, you got to be a dog. This is the time where you be a dog. Yeah, it's crazy.
And the crazy thing about this playoffs is a lot of upsets. You said the Nets beat the Philly in game 1. Of course, the Phillies came back and beat the Nets. Magic. Everything else is pretty much as predicted.
Yeah. Milwaukee beat the Pistons.
The Pistons, yeah.
Yeah, that was cool.
Are you watching any other games, or because honestly it's too time consuming for me. I can't sit down and watch every single game. It's my job. I can't do it. I have other things going on.
The ones that I just said is pretty much the ones that I I caught like I because they came on back to back.
Right.
So it's like, all right, next thing you know, you just watching all 3 games, like, you know what I'm saying? So it was pretty cool. I like the playoffs. I like them so far. I just want to see a little bit more of the East. The West is alright, but I want to see what the East is working with right now.
Is there a certain series you're more interested in than the others? I feel like the sleeper games to me, the sleeper series, sorry, is the OKC Thunder and the Portland Trailblazers. That's a sleeper for me.
Yeah. Like when they matched up the other day, they was just going blow for blow. You know what I'm saying? And it's amazing how Westbrook, Paul George, they already putting up 30 each, or close to 30 or something like that. So yeah, and then for Dame Lillard to just, it's like they going blow for blow. So that's pretty interesting. Like, and then. Plus the internet is hyping it up, you know what I'm saying? Like all like House of Hoops and Bleacher Report and stuff like that. So that's pretty cool. But another slept on one is the Nets as well, because nobody thought they would be here. So.
No, I didn't think so either. Let me ask you this, right? So the constant thing is that free agents are to go to the Knicks. Like you have Kevin Durant, he's potentially going to the Knicks. There's rumors about
it's a rumor, right?
It's a rumor, yeah, potentially rumor. Kyrie Irving, he may be going to the Knicks. Who knows? They're looking for big-time free agents. Why do you think the Nets are not speaked up in that same conversation? Because the Nets already have a foundation behind them, and they're already in a playoff position.
This is why I tell you why I feel like the Nets is not in this conversation. One, just off the major name as the Knicks, the Garden. That's the mecca of basketball.
Right.
Like, that's where people, like, high school play there, college play there. Definitely you got the NBA teams, also the WNBA. So it's just like, that's where it all happens. Like, Madison Square Garden is in the middle. That's the heart of basketball. So that's probably why it's such a big deal. Like, oh, the Knicks. Maybe the team hasn't been, for the past few years. Like, the team has.
Years?
Yeah, it should have. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna go far. It's been a minute.
Decades.
It's been a minute. Yeah. I mean, they had a run with Carmelo Anthony, and they had.
That run was only hot for his first 2 years there.
You could argue maybe the first year. If you're gonna be quite candid.
Yeah. Because they lost in the first round against the Heat, right?
Yeah.
They played the Heat.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, I mean...
And then I think they had a series with Indiana, and they took it to a couple of games, and they could have probably won that series, but then, it fell apart there.
Yeah.
Going back to the OKC and Portland, I don't think Damian Lillard gets enough respect as one of the best point guards in the league. Here's why. You got Stephen Curry, you have Kyrie Irving, you got Russell Westbrook. I never hear his name mentioned among the greats.
Now that you say that,
I never hear his name mentioned among the greats. And for what it's worth, he always touts how he wants to stay in Portland, and he wants to it's more important to win a championship and not go into a super team and stuff like that. I feel like with Kyrie Irving, super team. Stephen Curry, super team. Name another one.
No, you're right.
They all are going to super teams and find his huge success. He's pretty much staying the course, staying with a franchise team, and you don't nearly see as much attention towards him.
I want to say this.
And he's doing maybe either Russell Westbrook is a different story, but I mean he's putting up big numbers.
I want to say this, but this is totally my opinion as why I feel like Dame Lillard is not in that conversation. Like, just if you could Google him or whatever the case may be, like he has not had like a superstar background, and I'm not trying to take anything away from other players such as Steph Curry.
Even my superstar background.
Like, all right, so. He went to Weber. Nobody knows Weber State is.
Yeah.
But it's a D1 though. It's mid D1. It's a great college. Like,
yeah, that's true.
He went to Weber.
Right.
Nobody knows where Weber is even at.
Right.
That's one. Two, he wasn't even a high draft pick.
True. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like he's been working. He's the underdog his whole life. Like he's been the underdog.
And gotten better too.
Exactly.
He continues to get better and better and better.
Exactly. So it's like, all right, when they gonna give me my respect?
Right.
When they gonna give me my respect? Sometimes it takes you leaving a team for them to see how much of an impact you were. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And like you have people like Steph Curry. They say, oh yeah, but he went to Davidson. All right, but look, Steph Curry had a pops who was in the NBA.
Right.
Who was behind him. So no matter if he you know what I'm saying, he has money for training.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, urban kids don't get that, you know what I'm saying? So it's like Dame Lillard, he's pulling in work, you know what I'm saying? So, but it soon come up. He just got to keep doing what he's doing.
And there's a little bit of a rivalry there as you watch the series between, Damian Lillard and Russell Westbrook. I do see, that competitiveness between the two point guards trying to prove who's the best in the game is. That's a sleeper for me. That's a sleeper. And Enes Kanter, that was a great pickup for Portland. That was a great pickup.
And just to add back to what I was saying, like Westbrook, he was a beast in UCLA,
Right,
but that's
yeah.
college ball, NBA different.
Right.
But he got his doors to open when everybody left.
And to that point, also, he had James Harden. You had Kevin Durant on the team. They were in the finals before, stuff like that.
They had Serge Ibaka.
Right.
They had the other one, I forgot. He had the little patch in his hand.
Portland is still growing as a team. They don't really have. Portland never really had the type of players that those four other people mentioned. Stephen Curry, he had Klay Thompson, he had Draymond Green, and then they acquired all the other pieces with them. Kyrie Irving was in Cleveland. He had LeBron. He eventually had LeBron James, and you can see how that turned out. Russell, what we just said, James Harden, Kevin Durant. So all those superstars, just the stars aligned for them to be together. Damian Lillard never really had that.
Yeah. I mean, but to these first round.
How you doing?
To these first round predictions, I think the Nets is gonna get scorched. I don't want to.
Let me ask you this. So, looking at the East, we have the Celtics versus Indiana, right? Who do you have in that series?
I ain't gonna lie. Kyrie was giving them the work. I think Boston got it to pull it out.
I got Boston going as well too. I don't think it's really going to be much of a series. I think the Celtics are going to sweep them. You want to be quite frank with it. Bucks, Pistons.
But Blake, my
You
man.
see how easy this the first round.
Blake got to come back, and whatchamacallit got teched out, right? Andre Drummond, he got teched out, right?
I believe
First
so.
game? I mean, alright, I'm gonna go with the Bucks.
See, it's not that hard to predict.
Yeah.
It's so honestly, just
It's like you want to give the underdogs hope, but it's just so much.
But here's my thing with the playoffs, right? Just give me to the championship, because at this point, I know the Warriors are gonna be at the end. All I need to know is who's gonna be their partner, who they're gonna face, who's the rival gonna be, who's the championship game gonna be. That's all that matters at this point. Because honestly,
people want the Warriors, and LeBron not on the East no more, so they just want somebody.
Well, I personally think you're gonna get the Warriors versus the Bucks.
Yeah, I was about to say that.
I think that's gonna. And then, honestly, if Kevin Durant or Giannis Antetokounmpo win that series, they're probably gonna be the next big superstar, or either the best player in the league at that point.
We
Can't put LeBron in that conversation now right now.
Listen, LeBron is trying to figure out, he's trying to figure out what he got to do right now.
Yeah. So, Magic and Raptors.
I'm going with the Raptors.
You want the Raptors?
Yeah.
I go on Raptors too. I think it's going to be an interesting series, but Raptors all the way.
But I wanted to go to Game 7 now. I wanted to be...
I think it probably goes Game 5. Yeah. I think the Raptors will come back next year. So I wrapped up the East. Go to the West. Clippers and Warriors. Who you got?
Warriors.
Mind you, here's the interesting part about the Warriors, right? The Marcus Cousins is out.
Yeah.
So what adjustments do they make now?
They don't need him. They don't need him.
At least for this series.
They don't need
For this series, for the Rockets, who knows?
You got Iguodala. He the front man. You got Andre.
Andrew Bogut now.
I said Andre. You got Green. You got Green who's going, take a hit on people. You know what I'm saying?
They got Bogut back.
Listen, I'm sorry, not to knock Cousins of anything.
Torn quad too.
But Boogie, just give rest,
Right.
and we see you in the chip.
You know what's crazy though? He was potentially going to be looked at free agent this year, get big money. He's not looking at that anymore. If you're the Warriors, now you could say, okay, if let's say Kevin Durant leaves, you could probably re-sign Billy Cousins to a 1-year contract because nobody else would probably want him. So that's a positive, but you know, again, you don't have Billy Cousins for the rest of the playoffs. You know.
I mean, they said it depends how serious it is.
It's a torn quad.
It's torn?
Yeah, it's done.
Oh, damn.
He's done.
Damn.
He's out indefinitely, so I don't see.
So you think he should like go on a weight loss journey? Like,
I don't know what it is. I think it's more or less preparation
He's been
and
going to therapy. He already
Yeah.
had the torn ACL, right?
Yeah.
So he's been going to therapy and all that. So how like in therapy they just don't strengthen that one leg. They make sure because this supports this and that supports that. So it's like
yeah. Well, you played basketball. I'm sure you dealt with injuries before, right?
mostly ankles.
But like you,
Nobody snapped me though.
right?
Just like the
But
weirdest
it
thing.
wasn't even like it was it was non-contact.
Yeah, it was like a slip. Or
It wasn't. I don't think his leg just gave out on him. How it looked to me, it looked like his leg just gave out on him like jumping off the court. It's sad. But yeah, I definitely have the Warriors winning. I think it may be interesting.
Yeah.
It may be interesting. I mean, the Clippers give them a run of their money. I'll say that.
Yeah.
Lou Williams is doing a great job.
They came back from a 31-point deficit.
Yeah, I think it was like
Gosh.
yeah.
That's what's up.
Yeah. Lou Williams is showing up.
Yeah.
Gallinari is doing a good thing.
Yo, I remember when he was on the Knicks, man.
Yeah.
And he couldn't
And you-
make a
and you-
layup, man.
You're next there, right?
Nah. I'm just from New York, so you gotta support the home team, But I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And you got rid of him. So there's that.
I remember when the Knicks had Tracy McGrady. Dang. Al Harrington, man.
You guys are horrible at dealing with talent, huh? For people that sound like they know I'm a Laker fan, so anytime I can take a jab at the Knicks, it's always perfect.
I mean, it's cool. It's cool. Don't worry. The time might not be now, but watch.
It'll be a
The Knicks
next,
gonna go on a roll.
another decade.
Somebody gonna change the culture.
Another decade.
All
All right.
right. I'm gonna be like Spike in the front.
All right. Portland, OKC. Who you have in that series?
Game 7, OKC. OKC.
I'm gonna lean towards the Portland Trailblazers just because for me, I sympathize with Damian Lillard.
Them Thunders not losing in the first round. They not losing in the first round.
He's always he's I feel like it's time for Chet to shine a little bit. So I'm gonna go Damian Lillard just to say it, but I wouldn't be surprised if OKC wins it at all. Paul George was horrible the last game.
He had 28 and he was horrible. It's okay, because watch, he's gonna have 40 next game. I'm calling it now.
Yeah. Definitely gotta do more than that a little bit.
Yeah, but if he's scoring 40,
I mean, he started off pretty freaking bad.
if he's scoring
When
40,
they keep caught together.
Westbrook having a 30-point triple-double, 30, 10, 12, and then we got Steve Adams. Yeah, he doing all the dirty work. You know what I'm saying?
That Cantor and Steven Adams matchup. You got I lean more towards Steven Adams, but Cantor's pretty good. Cantor does not get the credit he deserves. What other? Oh, Jesus, I'm blanking out. What other playoffs teams we got? We got
Milwaukee and
West Conference.
My bad.
See, the only thing that matters is the Warriors at this point. It's the only thing that matters.
Yo.
All right, let's skip to it. Who does the Warriors face in the championship? Because we both agree it's gonna be the Warriors, right?
Yeah.
'Cause I don't think the Utah Jazz is gonna beat the Rockets.
Okay.
Warriors and who?
Milwaukee.
I agree. Final MVP is going to be.
Finals MVP.
Because I have the Warriors winning. I'm
I
saying.
mean, yeah, of course, but
So-
I don't know, because it's like,
I think Steph may get it, honestly.
Nah, see, the thing is, I don't know.
I think Steph may. Steph may get it,
I'm
honestly.
gonna go with KD, man.
You think KD?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with KD.
God, who's the point guard for the Milwaukee Bucks? That it's not.
This, Eric Bledsoe.
Yeah, I'm going with Steph Curry. I think Steph Curry could cook Eric Bledsoe and get it done.
They game different though. I like Eric's. I like his game.
Yeah, I
He
mean,
more of a dog. He really get gritty. Steph Curry, he just a shooter. He a flower.
yeah, cool. But if I'm matching up KD and Giannis and Stephen Curry,
That's gonna be. I think that's gonna be a hard matchup.
between
They both long, but Giannis is.
I think KD is better.
He gonna bring them out.
He's
though.
more versatile.
He gonna bring them. Yeah, he gonna
More
bring them
versatile,
out.
yeah. But between Eric Bledsoe and Stephen Curry, I think Stephen Curry could definitely beat Eric Bledsoe in a match and get an MVP nod. I think he put up points. He puts up points in that series. To be quite frank with you. Well, it's pretty much the series.
Yeah. What if it's gonna play out like that too? I should go bet.
You should. You should bet me. Bet me.
Nah, I need some big money.
Oh wow. Okay.
Nah.
Oh, thank you, KB, for coming on.
Nah, you.
This is a pretty much a put together show. We decided this in a matter of 5 minutes,
Yeah,
and
it's good. It's good.
you did good job. Good job on your first time.
Well, thanks, man.
Thank you.
My fault.
Yes, you did. It's a very awkward way of doing the handshaking. With just,
Cause I was going.
I know you just.
Alright, we could do it again.
There we go.
Alright,
There we
there
go.
you go.
All right, signing off from Sideline. My name is Tyree Simon, here with my special guest, Karen Bellamy. See you next time.